Breaking news. 3 reasons why Supreme Court sacked Ihedioha as Imo governor. The Supreme Court has nullified the election of Emeka Ihedioha as the governor of Imo State. The Apex Court ordered INEC to withdraw the certificate of return from Ihedioha and issue a fresh one to APC's candidate, Hope Uzodimma. This video highlights the 3 key points the court cited while giving the unanimous ruling. The Supreme Court on Tuesday, January 14, nullified the election of Emeka Ihedioha as the governor of Imo State and declared the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Hope Uzodimma, as the winner of 2019 Guber poll in the state. Uzodimma had challenged the election of Ihedioha, who was the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, from the tribunal to the Apex Court level, seeking to be declared as the winner of the election. According to the earlier results by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, APC's Uzodimma came forth with 96,458 votes behind Ihedioha, Uche Nwosu of AA and Apugas, Ifeanyi Alarome. While Uzodimma had lost at tribunal and the appeal court, the tenacious APC candidates eventually got a favorable judgment where it matters most, the Apex Court. The Apex Court unanimously declared Uzodimma as the winner of the poll. Below are the 3 key reasons the Apex Court cited to justify its ruling. Number 1, illegal exclusion of votes from 388 polling units. According to the Supreme Court's ruling, about 230,695 votes were illegally excluded from 388 polling units. The court therefore ruled that the excluded votes be added, leading to Uzodimma having the majority of the lawful votes ahead of Ihedioha and others. Number 2, wrong ruling at the tribunal and appeal court. The Supreme Court also ruled that the lower courts were wrong in their rulings, which dismissed the evidence as lacking in merit. The court held that the Election Petition Tribunal and the Court of Appeal misunderstood Uzodimma's case when they dismissed the evidence presented before them. The appeal court had dismissed the appeals filed by Uzodimma, Nwosu, and Ararume, ruling that they lacked merit. The appellate court also rewarded 500,000 naira costs against all the appellants in favor of Ihedioha. However, one of the judges on the appeal court panel gave a dissenting judgment. He rejected the cross appeal filed by Ihedioha and ordered him to pay 1 million naira to Uzodimma and the APC. Number 3, Ihedioha not duly elected as he did not secure the majority votes. Based on the aforementioned points, the Apex Court held that Ihedioha was not duly elected as the Imo State governor. The court therefore ordered INEC to withdraw the certificate of return from Ihedioha and issue a fresh one to Uzodimma. Before the ruling declaring Uzodimma as the winner of the election, the Apex Court has stood down the judgment on Ararume's appeal against Ihedioha's election, while A8's candidate, Nwosu, who has returned to APC, had withdrawn the other appeal filed against the election of Ihedioha. Nwosu's withdrawal was based on the earlier judgment of the Apex Court, which held that he was not qualified to participate in the governorship election. However, some pundits believe there are some political intrigues involved in Nwosu's withdrawal of his appeal. Meanwhile, INEC has on Wednesday, January 15, issued a certificate of return to Uzodimma hours after he was declared authentic governor of Imo State. Reacting to the ruling, President Muhammadu Buhari said it is a well-deserved victory to the APC and Uzodimma. A statement by Garba Shehu, the presidential spokesperson, quoted the president as saying, "The road to justice may be long and tortuous, but it is the best path for anyone aggrieved." The president also commended the Supreme Court for its courage and perseverance in the decision to return Uzodimma's mandate. The president said that under the new administration, a new journey to build a new Imo with new energy is about to begin. The PDP is, however, at a loss concerning the ruling. The party, in its official reaction to the judgment, recalled how Uzodimma came forth at the poll and wondered how such a person could be declared the winner. The PDP lamented that the people's collective destiny had been taken from the governor they chose and handed over to someone and a political party that the residents do not want. It might also interest you to note that INEC has reacted to the Supreme Court judgment on Imo governorship tussle. The Apex Court had on Tuesday, January 14, sacked Emeka Ihedioha as governor of Imo State. Festus Okoye, the INEC spokesman, said that the commission would issue a certificate of return to the governor-elect as soon as it receives the order from the court. Barely 24 hours after the Supreme Court sacked Emeka Ihedioha as the governor of Imo State, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has reacted to the judgment. Premium Times reports that INEC spokesperson Festus Okoye on Wednesday, January 15, said the commission is constitutionally and legally bound to give effect to the judgment and orders of the Supreme Court. Biafra broadcast gathered that he noted that INEC would issue a certificate of return as soon as it receives the order of the court. He said, "The judgment of the Supreme Court is final, and the commission is not empowered to question or debate the propriety of the judgment or orders of the Supreme Court. As a public institution, we are constitutionally and legally bound to give effect to the government and orders of the Supreme Court. The commission will give effect to the judgment of the court the moment we receive the enrolled order of the court and we issue the candidate the requisite certificate of return." It will be recalled that in a unanimous judgment of the 7-member panel read by Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun, the Apex Court agreed that results in the 388 polling units were unlawfully excluded during the collection of the final governorship election results in Imo State. Justice Kekere Ekun said, with the addition of the results from 388 polling units, Uzodinma pulled a majority of the lawful votes and ought to have been declared the winner of the election by the INEC. The judge did not provide the details of the new votes scored by each of the candidates after the addition of the results from the 388 polling units. Dear viewers, I'd like you to share whatever your opinions are about this post right there in the comment section. And in case you are visiting us for the first time, please kindly click on the red subscribe button. You can also turn on the bell icon to always be the first to get an update anytime we upload a new video. See you next time. God bless you.